You walk 10,000 steps every day. Your arms look tighter and your face is leaner. Yet that stubborn layer of belly fat remains completely unchanged. This happens because of the subdermal muscular layer. When your core is weak, these fibers pull tight and lock into a rigid layer to compensate for the lack of structural support. Your body interprets this internal instability as a threat. In response, it enters a protection mode, holding on to midsection fat to serve as a physical layer of armor for your center. Walking is a healthy habit, but it does not demand enough from these stabilizing muscles to change that defensive state. It is possible to walk for miles while your core remains effectively dormant. This means your belly fat is more than unburned energy. It is a biological safety response to a body that feels unstable. This instability often begins in the hips, a primary driver of movement and metabolic health. When the hips weaken, the body's overall insulin sensitivity begins to drop. Lowered insulin sensitivity means your body gets worse at handling carbohydrates. You can see the energy unit failing to enter the cell, redirecting that fuel straight to your belly for long-term storage. Posture reinforces this cycle. Slouching forward all day keeps the core in a dormant state, sending a constant signal to your brain that your center is vulnerable. Burning calories through movement is only one part of the equation. If your baseline posture and structural weakness demand protection, your body will continue to prioritize fat storage over fat lost. To address this, we use a protocol that requires only a sturdy chair and a focus on braced posture. Move 1 is the seated leg raise. As you can see in this illustration, the goal is to specifically engage the lower abdominal muscles, which are often the least active part of the core. While sitting tall, lift both legs together. As you find yourself swinging your legs to gain height, you are using momentum rather than muscle, which negates the stability we are trying to build. Unlike a standard crunch that relies on simple flexion, this movement requires you to maintain constant tension to keep the legs controlled as they lower. Strengthening this specific region improves the structural integrity of your midsection. As your body begins to feel more stable, it can gradually shift away from its protective fat storage response. Once the lower chain is active, we move to seated flutter kicks. This exercise targets the core endurance needed to maintain stability during a long workday. Lean slightly back to engage your abs, and perform very small, tight kicks. These micro-movements ensure the core stays under tension for an extended period, preventing it from returning to a dormant state. We then transition to move 3, the seated elbow to knee. This movement addresses the obliques, the muscles along the sides of your waist. Watch the control in this lateral crunch. By twisting slowly and bringing the elbow toward the opposite knee, you create mechanical tension that forces the obliques to do the work. Rushing this move, or flailing your arms side to side, removes the load from the muscles and places it on your joints. True strength in the waist is built through these deliberate rotations, where mechanical control is prioritized over speed. Move 4 is the chair L-sit hold. This exercise reveals the current limit of your core strength. This is an isometric hold. As the diagram shows, your lower abs, obliques, and hip flexors must all generate upward tension simultaneously to resist the downward pull of gravity. Press your hands into the chair and lift your legs. Most people find they can only hold this for a few seconds initially, which highlights the difference between moving a muscle and truly stabilizing one. We conclude with move 5, the side-to-side leg raise. This combines lower abdominal support with lateral control. By moving your legs in a slow arc, you force the entire core to stabilize your weight as it shifts from side to side. Sustaining this level of tension is the most efficient way to build the stability required to change your body's metabolic signals. Follow this sequence in order: seated leg raises, flutter kicks, elbow to knee twists, the L-sit hold, and finally the side-to-side raises. Perform 3 sets of each. Continue each set until your form begins to break down and you can no longer maintain total control. The results of this routine come from the quality of the tension you create, not the speed at which you finish the reps. As you improve your structural alignment, you fundamentally change the biological message you are sending to your brain. By spending 10 minutes a day building this stability, you teach your body that it is strong enough to let go of its protective armor.